guys, just back from week 6, day 1. So I'm back in Luton and with tired legs from the half and jet lag from the flight this morning. Arrived back this morning about, I think we landed about 6 a.m, 6:05 Had to get the train from Gatwick, and then so I got home by about 9. Went to see my dad for a bit, came home for a bit of a sleep and a catch up with everything. And it's now 4:47, so I only had about 3 hours sleep, I think. Couldn't sleep on the plane, it was a night flight, so I've basically been up for over 24 hours probably. But yeah, so I'm a bit jet lagged, a bit tired legged from the for the 3 races in Barbados. And so today's run, although it was a proper recovery run, because normally I just run it as normal, and I'm doing my average pace of like between 6:05 and 6:25 to 30. So today's was about 6 minutes 59 average pace. That's minutes per kilometre as usual. So I thought I was going to be faster than that actually, because in my mile recovery run that I did before the flight, I could say it's this morning, but it's not really. It was yesterday morning, and it was one of the fastest miles I did all week. The fastest was the race, but the 1 mile race. But yesterday's was 9:47 for 1 mile. So I was thinking, at least my first mile will be about that, but it wasn't. I was totally back to like how I was before. And granted, it's much cooler. It was about 9 degrees and it's a bit spitting a little bit. I'm not disappointed with it. I understand why I'm slower. I'm just thinking I was going to be faster, that's all. Anyway, that's my quick recap of week 6, day 1. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's Evelyn and it's week 6, day 4. It's Sunday. Sorry I haven't really recorded every day this week, just the first day of the week. So the second day was 8k and to the gym, and I left my run a bit late. I've been so lazy this week. So I left it too late to do the full 8k. So I did about 5k beforehand, went to the gym, did a workout, legs and some arms, a bit of core work, and then after that I finished off the 8k, so I had 3k left to do, and I did that on the treadmill in the gym. So I did my 8k for the day, just not together. Overall pace is fairly good. I'll put down here, probably try and leave it for the whole recording, but I'll put down the days of the week and what I ran each day, so you'll see that some may have moved. So the first day, the 5k, I did it okay. That was the day I returned from Barbados, and it was a very slow run because I was very jet lagged, tired, and basically the time of day. So the Wednesday's run was fine, although it was broken up because I was being lazy. Could still be effects of jet lag, but I was being lazy. I couldn't be asked to get up. And I think it's because the day I came back, I did a lot of stuff, so I didn't really compensate for the travelling. Thursday was just a rest day mile, and I was sort of getting back to the speeds, a better pace for that mile. Friday was due to do 8k. Again, I was being lazy, but I was doing a lot of work. I don't have any official work, so in the meantime, because I have my own WordPress site, my blog, thisrunnerlovespurple.co.uk, do check it out. And also I have migrated my running club, stopsystriders.org.uk, from an HTML based website to a WordPress website. One of the ladies at my club, she also is a treasurer at another club in Luton, an athletics club, and they need their website migrated to WordPress as well, or an improved website that they can manage themselves. So I've taken on that task, so I'm going to start that tomorrow, Monday. So I get to charge. I didn't charge high enough though, because it's my first paying gig for doing WordPress websites, and so I probably undersold myself, but I'm glad of the opportunity, and it'll be my 3rd blog or WordPress website. And so I'm going to start a little additional, you can call it a side hustle, but I am self-employed already, because what I'm doing as a contractor is basically self-employed work. I have my own company, so I'd run it under that, And hopefully once I do this job, I'll set up my own website for my work, and then I can post that up. So that was my plan. So that's what I did on Friday. That's why I wasn't really being totally lazy. I just couldn't be bothered to get up early to run. So I was just doing some final like quotes and checking on things that I need to get ready for starting this new assignment on Monday. So it'll take me about a week to do, but Thursday and Friday I'm travelling again to Leicester, Christmas party season. So I should probably finish it the week after, but then that's Christmas week, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I digress. So I ended up not doing the 8K at all on Friday. Went to the gym though and did a mile on the treadmill. Also did 10 minutes on the elliptical, plus a lot of CrossFit type workouts. So I'll put in a clip of me lifting the CrossFit tire. It's like a tire, but it's not a tire. So something you can use to do step ups, box jumps, and then you can actually move that weight. So we did moving that tire like up and down. We did box jumps. We did pushing the weight, pulling the weight, and then a little bit of core, some tricep, or some dips. So after that, my arms were aching all along here, aches. And so because I couldn't do my 8K on the Friday, I was going to do the 8K on the Saturday for parkrun. So I was hoping to get up a little bit earlier, run 3K, join parkrun, finish it off. Bob's your uncle. But it was an unplanned night out, so my friend called me up the night before and said, oh, do you want to come out? We're going out in London, blah, blah, blah. So we went out, I had a few drinks, a few too many drinks maybe. And so I was a little bit hungover on Saturday. And it's not a headache hangover. Normally I get a headache, not stomach issues. And this time I was a bit worry, gurgly in my stomach. So I thought I wasn't going to perform very well. Couldn't get up in time because obviously I didn't get back home until about 2:30. So probably didn't sleep until about 3. Then I had to get up at about 7:30, 8 o'clock to go parkrun, which I did do. I'm happy to report, but I just didn't get up early enough to do 3K beforehand. So I just didn't intend to run at all beforehand. I was going to break it up and then do parkrun, have my coffee and cake to celebrate Julie's 100th parkrun, and then run 3K and then drive home. That was my plan. But in the end, I got there in enough time to do 1K. It was a slow one to start, so it's like a little bit of a warm-up for parkrun. So I did about 1K in about 7 minutes, 7 minutes 5. Then joined the rest to do the parkrun, so it's another 5K. And then after that, swiped my token, my barcode, and then did 2K. And then joined them for coffee, cake afterwards. So I think that worked out quite well in the end anyway. Overall pace was about, I don't know what the pace was, but it took me 51 minutes to do the whole 8K. So no stopping of times to add together, but I did pause my watch when I got to the start of the parkrun, waited for all the speeches and everything, resumed for parkrun, stopped to have my barcode scanned, and then resumed again. So it turned out to be about 51 minutes, so not too bad. And then, so that was yesterday, and it's Sunday today. And we had cross country. So I've been missing all the cross country so far. This is the first one I've been able to attend. I was gutted last week I missed it, but then I was in Barbados, so I don't really mind. So this time last week I had just done the Barbados half marathon. Hot, hot, hot there. Today is freezing cold. It was raining all last night, and so everything was so muddy. I don't know what happened, but when I put my shoes on this morning, I ended up putting on one Clifton and one Challenger. So one trail type shoe, it's all terrain actually, but one trail shoe, one road shoe, and it was so muddy, and you could really tell the difference. I kept on, when I was running, with this foot slid planting fairly well. In the really, really muddy bits, it was both, but otherwise it was okay. I fell over twice. Don't know if you could see some mud. I've got it on my face somewhere. It wasn't even my shoes that were the problem for the first fall. I was basically trying to get around this big pool of water, and I was going along the edge. So the path was here, it was all pooled with water, going around the edge and trying to step carefully, but obviously I missed the branch and I basically tripped with my challenger foot. So not even the road shoe foot, the challenger foot. And I just basically tripped and then fell onto the floor, but I held up. So I'm surprised my wrists don't hurt. They'll probably hurt tomorrow. But anyway, held up. Didn't get my face too much in, but got some splashes in the face, all over my gloves. My gloves are muddy, all over the bottom, from my knee down, on my leggings, totally muddy. I'll put in a clip and you can see how I was, and then my shoes, the state of my shoes at the end. So you couldn't actually tell they were different in the end, covered in mud. And that was the first trip. And then the second fall definitely was my Clifton shoe, because there was no traction in the mud at all, and I proper skidded trying to go up a hill, and it was muddy path, so I couldn't hold it. And it was when I landed on the left foot, which is the Clifton, which is the red shoe, so no traction. So I just properly skid and fell again. And it's so funny. I was just laughing to myself the whole way. But anyway, so with the cross country, I knew I wasn't going to place in the top 3 or top 4. Just wanted to make sure I was catching up with the other women, so I was trying to pass people who were passing me when I couldn't run in the mud. I was walking and people would pass me, or women would pass me at that point, so I was trying to catch up. So I felt strong enough to do that. So if I hadn't fallen over, if I was wearing the right shoes, I would have done sub 1 hour. But ho hum, what can you do? I felt good most of the way, and ended up doing it in 1:02. It was a little bit longer than 5 miles. It was actually 9.48, so 9.5 kilometers, just under 6 miles. So a bit of a longer course than I was expecting. Last year it was over, but it was 8.7. So for it to be another 1k over, it was quite a long course. But finished it with no real problems, aside from the falling over. Oh, I had to enlist the help of the first aiders, or the ambulance ladies, because when I looked down, I couldn't feel anything when I fell. I was running fine afterwards. I ran up this steep bit very strongly, and the marshal said, "Oh, that's a strong climb there, well done." So I was impressed with that. But I didn't feel anything. And then when I was chatting and laughing at myself to my fellow striders, talking about what I did and falling over, etc., I looked down at my knees and noticed that the muddy patch was a different shade of brown, more like red of blood. So basically I had grazed my knee, and it was a fairly deep cut. So somebody was saying because of the mud I should get it cleaned up by the first aiders. So I went over and told them what happened, and then they cleaned it up for me. They couldn't put a plaster on it because the cut, or the graze, took a lot of my skin, so it was quite a deep cut in the end. And they said, luckily most of my skin is intact, so I won't have to go to A&E or what have you. But they couldn't put a plaster on it, so they just put some padding and some tape. And I've just got to clean up and then let it air dry and make sure it doesn't go pussy or swollen or anything. So to basically make sure it's not infected. So that's my eventful Sunday, week 6, day 4. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do the whole 12k. I was planning to do it, but now I've hurt my knee. Although I can still run, I'm thinking it's better if I just rest it so I don't stop the healing process. So I will do an extra 2.5k tomorrow. So I might just be 2.5k. I'm not going to do a mile plus 2.5k. However, it's the Christmas run tomorrow, so every year we go and run around and see all the Christmas lights, and it's about a 4-mile run, so it would have been longer than I would normally do, so that will make up for missing the 2.5k today. I checked my knees in good action, so there's no real issue. I haven't stopped myself from running. It's just going to be a little bit bruised, that's all. So a weird week, nothing. Only one day I did the planned run. Didn't go to plan because it was slower than it should have been. But the other days I got the distances in, apart from Sunday, and the pace apart from today. So disappointed that I couldn't go out to do the rest of the 2.5k, but it's sensible just to rest it. Even though I probably wouldn't push it too much, it's better just resting it. So that's what I plan to do Just now going to eat the extra roll that I was able to get and have a coffee and then have a wash up. Thank you so much for watching, and I got another subscriber, so thank you. Thanks for all the guys still subscribed to my channel after all these years. Much appreciated. If you do like this video, please do like it and subscribe at the button below for my next video into another week of marathon training. Oh, how did I leave it so long? I got into Chicago Marathon through the ballot. I so thought I had registered for Berlin Marathon. I so thought I did, and when everybody was getting there, no, I didn't get any messages. I was thinking, how comes I haven't got an email yet? I was looking for my confirmation email, couldn't find it. For the life of me, I just did not think I had registered for Chicago, so I never paid any mind to it. And then somebody on Instagram had posted that they had gone to Chicago, so then I thought, oh, maybe I did that one, but no, I couldn't have done. It was definitely Berlin. Anyway, so I was doing my normal email checking. So this is on the 12th of December, just doing all my email checking, check my junk mail. And lo and behold, there was an email from Chicago Marathon saying that I have been selected. So I'm so happy. I actually got into a ballot for a marathon, a world marathon major, on the first go, first time of asking. Would you believe it? 2020 is going to be my year, it seems. Now I've just got to win the national lottery and I'll be sorted. So yeah, so now I'm doing London in April and Chicago in October. Oh my gosh, so by the end of the year I would have done 2 marathon majors, so that will have to be my next goal, to complete the 6-star challenge. So obviously that's not going to happen for another year or so, but it's a nice little, I mean, I've always wanted to do London. I always thought about getting to the 6 stars, but Tokyo is going to be one expensive trip, so I should start saving now. But yeah, that's my good piece of news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll end it again now. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you liked, and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.